Hello and welcome. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Good to have you join us. I'm Austin Okonakwani, and it's still an action-packed world of sports on the show tonight. We will be counting down to the Nigeria Professional Football League final day fixtures. We're excited because the league title fight is going down the wire. Can Enugu Rangers show character and go on to win the league title? Are you part of those people out there expecting an upset? Because mathematically, Rivers United can also still win the league title. We love it. You also need to see the competition at the bottom. Some teams are fighting for their lives so as to avoid the drop. The Nigeria Professional Football League will get our attention tonight on the program. Also on the menu, grassroots football development. Paris Saint-Germain, they sent some officials to Nigeria. They want to develop youth football in the country. What's that all about? We'll get to tell you tonight on the program. We'll also have fixtures from the Nigerian National League. Wheelchair basketball. We'll also get our attention tonight on the program. The president of that federation, Bukola Olakpade, is standing by. It's an action-packed edition. It's loaded. Also, chess will be on the menu tonight. Babatunde Ogunshiku is also standing by somewhere. And of course, with you, we are going to have a wonderful time talking sports tonight. Let's quickly bring you into all of what we'll be doing tonight on the program. Remember, I'll keep telling you, don't just watch this show. Come, let us play for the love of the game on Twitter, our channels_sports. Facebook channels IFA Sports. You can send us an email, sportstonight@channelstv.com. Talk to us, particularly on the Nigeria Professional Football League. Just to also let you know that all our top stories can be viewed on our website. It's channelstv.com and on YouTube/channelsweb. If you're on the go, you can download the Channels TV app for your iPad, your iPhone, your BlackBerry, your iOS, your Windows phones, and even your Android phone can do the magic. m.channelstv.com. Download the app and you will be part of everything that we'll be doing tonight on the program. Remember, it's a racy, pacey world of sports. So if you want to keep up with the pace, this is the place to be tonight on the show. Let's get on with the show now. Let me introduce the guys that will be talking sports with us tonight. Alfred Okoligwe is back against the Friday night. He likes showing up on Friday nights with his heart, and it just goes, with so much love for the NPFL. Alfred, good to have you join us on the program.
Pleasure as always, Austin.
That's
really
right.
Excited to be here.
That's right. And that man over there, Super Eagles media officer Toyin Ibitoye, is also on the show. Toyin, it's been quite some time. You disappear and reappear these days. What's going on?
We're mapping our strategies for Zambia.
For the love of
we are doing a lot of consultations, doing a lot of praying and working behind the scene. But it's all good. I've been away for a while, but I'm happy to be back. Right. We'll be back again in camp on Monday, building up to the game against the Zambians. But right. we're optimistic that everything will go well for us.
That's Toyin Ibitoye, Super Eagles media officer. He'll be giving us one or two updates as regards the team and how they're getting ready. Let's talk grassroots football development. Now, Paris Saint-Germain, they sent some officials to Lagos. You'll soon be seeing pictures. They picked just two countries in Africa, Nigeria and Egypt. Those are the guys right there, Fassine and Fabian. Toyin, Alfred, they looked at Nigeria and they said, look, we have a lot of talent. We have a framework that can develop youth football. And when you have the first vice president of the NFF, who is in charge of youth football development in the federation, being part of this, Fatai Amao in your picture also, we saw Dodo Mayana, Peter Rufai, Dosu Joseph, Imama Amakpakaboy was also there, Salisu Yusuf was also part of it. What are they saying? They're saying, look, we can come to Nigeria, work hand in hand with the federation and develop talents. Toyin, this is fantastic at this level, because if PSG can at the end of the day take players from Nigeria, go to the academy, we are building something good for the future.
Yeah, it's good. I'm happy. But the important thing is this. These guys are saying some things that we are not seeing. Barcelona are doing something with the Lagos state government. Now PSG are getting involved as well with grassroots football development in Nigeria. Don't forget La Liga are also doing something on a bigger scale with the league management company. And a lot of other companies are coming in and doing bids. And West Ham signed a deal with Ifeanyi FC. So these guys are seeing some things that we are not seeing. And they are going to help us put structures in place for youth football development. And we know what talents we have in Nigeria.
That's right.
I'm glad that this is happening, and I hope we can tap into all what the potentials are with this arrangement. For the sake of our children, for the sake of Nigerian football, grassroots development, and for the future of the game in Nigeria.
That's right, Alfred. It's so hard to
My concern with all of this is the accessibility to that young man who lives on the streets of Ajegunle, Okonano in Enugu, Adiobi in Port Harcourt. That young man that plays on the streets of Nasarawa. What kind of access are you doing? An academy or perhaps a developmental program that is targeted towards the elites or those on the street, because you and I know that the likes of Ojon Igalo is an ambassador for a place like Ajegunle, and you know what somebody like that, the impact that he would bring to his immediate society. So my concern is that access for this kind of program should extend to those who really play this. They live for nothing but football. They're on the streets playing every day, week in, week out. So that we should, as much as possible, just get these people into the net, and we can change one or two lives from them.
And of course, another point that, as you raised, Alfred, is for us to be able to coordinate all of these efforts together. Barcelona is doing this with the Lagos State government. Right. La Liga is doing another one from the LMC perspective, and they want to also work with the youth team structure of the clubs.
That's right.
This arrangement with Paris Saint-Germain, West Ham with Ifeanyi COD with the clubs in the Bournemouth and all these clubs. That synergy, that ability for us to coordinate all of these different efforts. So that, as you said, the opportunities are there for young people, and then when we are able to tap into what potentials there are with this arrangement, how we can bring everything together so that we are not dissipating energy in a scattered manner. We're just focused, we are doing everything together for the future of the game.
I agree, for the good of the game too. And I remember speaking to Sheya Kiyomi, he says they get all of these offers, but they have to be careful because some people might just want to come and exploit. Just look at it, because you said they are seeing something we're not seeing.
Yeah.
So they're saying they are talents, yeah? And
they know that they are talents, they know that we're not too organized.
Sometimes parents might just let them go abroad, play.
The question is, just like you raised the issue of clubs having youth structures, it's sometimes hard to see that players move, even players that get to play in the national team up to under 20, under 23, you hear it's unattached or he's playing for one academy or the other. It then means that whatever comes into it, perhaps that player is transferred as a minor, not for any recognized team in Nigeria. Right. So in itself, if we try and maybe
there's also aspire
somewhere. So that at the end of the day, these players sign for big clubs or it now trickles down to the club, because at the end of the day, the money that really sustains these clubs, it's like a conveyor belt of some sort. The highest goal scorer in Nigeria today, he plays in Egypt or Tunisia the day after. Right. How much does these clubs get? Even if it's 200,000-300,000 euros or dollars, it's something to add something to the budget of the club.
I totally agree. You guys have said the right things, but most importantly, Alfred made a very important point. How can the guy at Ring Road in Umuahia benefit from this? The small boy in Eket in Akwa Ibom State, how can he benefit from this? So it's up to the Nigerian Football Federation to talk to all these clubs coming to the country and say, how can we synergize and make it a nationwide thing? You know what? Let's listen to officials from PSG, Yassine and Fabian. They will break it down for us and tell us ways we can benefit from the program. Don't go anywhere, stay with us.
First one is that it's a country with a lot of young, very good players, a lot of talented players. So it's like kind of a resource, for sports development. Also, we have a natural link with this country because so many international Nigerian players went to play in League One. We have JJ Okocha in our first team back in the days, and also, I would say third aspect is that it's a huge economy, huge market, huge country. So if you want to keep developing your sports and your brand in the future, you have to be in Nigeria. It's definitely the place to be. We also have to keep in mind, it's about spreading football and spreading grassroots programs. So I would say even in the end, if we do not get a new Okocha or a new Ikpeba, then it's not after all, the main goal of the program. The main goal is to give hope to everyone, to the youth, and to enable them to play football. We don't want to have kids, left behind that would not be able to not participate in the program. We want to give everyone the same chance to be part of this academy program with PSG.
So what we're going to do first, we're going to come with some of our coaches. We're going to select some kids in Nigeria and organize a specific training session for them and for coaches as well. And then the second step of the partnership will be to take 15 kids from Nigeria to spend an amazing week in Paris. I'm in the Paris Saint-Germain Academy soccer camp. And in the future, we will think about the...
So that's it. Yassine and Fabian explaining the partnership what the PSG is having with Nigeria. And Alfred, they spelled that clearly. Don't expect that they will play football to the highest level as Okocha and Ikpeba did in Ligue 1, but we want to give them an avenue to play football while they're young, and from there, give them hope.
And that hope is very important because if a young footballer out there doing his thing gets this opportunity, we want to seize it. Even if you don't make it to the highest level. What did they say about aiming for the skies, for the stars? Even if you miss, you don't expect to land on the floor. Yeah. Somewhere on the rooftop, you just hang in there. So it's nice to know that this opportunity presents itself, and I only pray and hope that those who will man these things at the end of the day should be able to spread it out, let it go out, because there might just be that young man out there, indigent, nobody, no support, but an exceptional footballer. It takes somebody that is trained to notice or to identify and support, and before you know it, we'll just have a star in our hands.
Training was good. They mentioned they can also train coaches, which is very important.
Yeah, I mean, the effects are huge. It's not just that they come and then they get players together. They train the coaches to make the program more sustainable. That's right. And it's a win-win situation for us, really, if we really put structures in place and tap from whatever all these guys are offering us. But the important thing is this. You see, when you do all of these kind of programs and hundreds of thousands of kids pass through it, what message is trying to pass across is that not all of them are probably going to end up as professional footballers, right? You know,
the world.
But there could just be one that will excel and become a world star.
That's right.
I mean, all that we're doing is just for that one Kanu somewhere, that Ikpeba somewhere, that Okocha somewhere, that would have, that Iheanacho is a fantastic story. A few years ago, Iheanacho was scrambling for 20 hours to watch games in the viewing center. Now Iheanacho is being paid £85,000 a week.
He's being viewed from the viewing center.
He's being viewed. So it's just for that one kid. I mean, that's all that we're doing, and that's the story. China's Kids Club as well. That's all that we're doing. That's right. All the grassroots programs is just for that one kid. That's right. That will get to the sky, which is going to have an impact on every other person involved with it.
That's what it is, and that's what Fabian said. And that at the end of the day, they will take 15 kids to the PSG Academy for a week, give them a life-changing experience, and that's just awesome. So I want to wish everyone involved with grassroots football development all the best, and them to stay focused with it. Let's go to Jordan now. The women's under 20, under 17 Women's World Cup is ongoing. We'll just run through the results. We know the Flamingos will begin their campaign tomorrow against Brazil. We're hoping that they give us a good gift for the independence, but action already on. Alfred, any worries? Nigeria, Brazil, briefly before I run through the results.
I wait to see what played tomorrow. The preparation might not be a workload, not like what we have in time past, where they will go for training camps and the rest of them. They trained in Abuja. Balankiu has his work cut out. But Rashida Ajibade and the skipper and some other girls in that squad have the experience playing at this level. But starting with Brazil.
The results, Spain actually got more than 4, ended 6 against Jordan, against the host. So baptism of fire for, I mean, somebody said it spelled Jordan. So for us, the task is simple. We've never gone beyond the quarterfinals before. At this stage, we've gone to the finals of the under 20 about twice. So let's see what we can make out of it. That's the correction, okay? That's right. Well, let's see what we can make out of this tournament tomorrow, starting from the game against Brazil tomorrow.
Yeah, so victories for Germany, Mexico, victory for Canada, and of course Spain at the FIFA Under 17 Women's World Cup. Nigeria will begin a campaign tomorrow against Brazil. We're monitoring that. So you know what? Let's go on a quick break. Take a breather. When we come back, we'll take a look at the league in Nigeria. It's interesting. That's all I can say and engage you. Don't go anywhere. Stay.